International. And behind this magic lies the touch of a skilled engineer, working with the latest technology to create the processes of the future. Process engineers, automation engineers, infrastructure engineers, and project managers. Our products might just be the portal to a bright future in engineering. Make it happen with Mondelez International.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Chicago Cubs. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
Pitch coming your way next. So just about set now, and on the mound in this one, Tyrone Jenkins. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, when I look at him, I just see consistency. This is a guy with 15 wins on the season. When he takes the ball, his teammates know there's a real good chance we're going to win a ball game today. And when you have a guy like that on the mound, gives everyone confidence. Hitters know that we can score runs, but we don't have to score a ton of runs because he's going to keep us in a ball game. So nice to have a guy like that on your roster.
Cedric Mullins, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one.
First pitch, 120.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
And now, Jackson Holliday. That's in there. That's strike one. Fastball for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now, just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
He's in a great spot right here, ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out this side in the first. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, and today's starter, Brady Singer. What do you have on him?
Well, Boog, something of interest to me is that this guy's really struggled when working out of the stretch, pitching with runners in scoring position. So the key for him is to attack hitters, try to get ahead in the count, and limit allowing runners on base. And if he can do that, I think that will help him to avoid those situations. Now, at some point, he's going to have to deal with them. And I think it's just one of those mental things that he's going to have to overcome.
To the right side. Gets it to first. One up, one down. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. Chris, this is an offense that puts the bat on the ball. Tough outs pretty much throughout the lineup, and they have fewer strikeouts than any other team in the league.
Yeah, Boog, and I just remember as a player, when you're going up against a club like this, it keeps you on your toes all game long because you got to make plays for your pitcher on the defense. And so an offense like that can really put some pressure on that defense. So they can swing the bats, put it in play, but I also think if they run the bases hard, it adds another element to their game.
Makes the grab, and there's two gone. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Chris Jackson. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. You rewind and think back to those Giants teams that won 3 world titles. They were pretty good contact-based teams. Obviously, the Royals as well. It feels like it's swinging back a little bit towards there's an advantage to having some hitters in your lineup that make contact. And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly. Scoreless after 1. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Second inning set to go. And here's the catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. Del Castillo throws right, bats left. Batting in the cleanup spot. And he was a second-round pick in 2021. That clips the corner. The wind of the pitch. And that's in the dirt. And the count is 1-1. That one ripped. That's back. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He'll touch them all. Home run number 10 of the year. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Most times it's the pitcher looking at the scoreboard for velocity, but in this case it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits at the dish. I don't even know how he saw that pitch. Maybe he didn't, but he got a home run out of it.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Ezequiel Tovar. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count 1-1. Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog. And I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way. So people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
And that's downstairs. Ball 2. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
That misses the zone. Full count now. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Line drive, makes the catch, one down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Ryan McMahon at the plate and takes high there. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here in the second game of the series. Not close with that one, and it's 3-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Jared Kelnick. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. That one in triple digits. And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? With double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Austin Hendrick up next for the Mariners.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Hitting better than .350 this month.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. McMahon off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the second. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, AJTRIP.
This is a rookie we've been paying close attention to this season. One of the top prospects in the game, and he looks like he belongs at this level. He's enjoying a good season at the plate.
Tripp went deep in his most recent game. Now 1-1. Tripp was named Player of the Month recently, and that's not the first time that's happened this year. This one in the air right field. Hendrick has a beat on it. 1 up, 1 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
The right fielder.
Now it's the power speed combo. Keith Edwards. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
The 1-0. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul.
When you're winning Player of the Month more than once in the same season, you might be earning some other awards in the offseason. I think he's set up pretty well in the MVP race.
1 out, bases empty. Swings and misses. And it's 2-2.
2-2, count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Swung on, looped into center. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Batting 6, the third baseman,
Taylor Harris, the next Cub to hit. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Hit hard, but foul off to the left.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That's outside, and the count is 1-2. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game.
Well, we'll hold that thought, as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. Nothing across here this half. We played 2 full. It's the Mariners 1 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Singer.
Jenkins back to work. And a foul ball. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Comes the 2-2. And that one is inside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you, but he just wasn't fooled at all.
So the lineup flips over, and now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the net.